the country town of Banbridge in Ulster. I wish I could tell you just what kind of a thing we're about to witness, but the fact is I really don't know. All I can say is it's a sort of musical prize fight, and a heavyweight contest at that. It's a contest in which the contestants sometimes get very highly emotionally charged, and it's likely to end up in the sort of fight which isn't musical at all. Well, one of the champions is just having a final tuning up over here, and let's go and have a look at him. After that last workout, the champ is fighting fit and ready to be drummed down to the scene of the fight by his stablemates. They've all had their moments of glory. Some of them are 20 or 30 years old, and they're fighters still. Most drums have at least 3 interested parties. 2 of them at least are likely to be going along on every outing. The drummer, the owner or promoter of the drum, and the maker. These outings of the Lambeg drums are full of forms, courtesies, and conventions. A duel between 2 drummers is called a stick-in, and you never hold a stick-in by a man who's got a drum with the same maker's name on it as your own. It's a stick-in that we're about to see. The idea of the contest, which may go on for hours, is for one drummer to drum the other into confessing that he is the better man with the better drum. The skins are stretched goat skin. Fully prepared, they cost around £5 apiece. A man who finds he's playing on a hopelessly inferior drum may well explode it deliberately. He pierces it with the end of a drumstick so that he may finish the contest on a better instrument. Some men have been known to burst 5 drums in a single afternoon. As they make their way down to the battleground, the noise is like nothing else you've ever heard, as if some almighty diesel express were roaring through the air overhead. And every man is puffed and veneered with pride, hearing no sound but the beating of his own drum. But if they made this kind of noise in an English town, they'd probably be in jail within the hour. Well, the stick-in is about to begin. On my right is the drum Lord Carson, played by David Simpson, the winner of 3 cups this year, and he weighs about 11 stone. And on my left is John Heron, who comes from Banbridge and who won 7 cups last year. He's playing the brother William Johnson, and he weighs 13 stone. All right, off you go.
Some of these fellas are great rivals. They travel many, many miles every Saturday throughout the summer, and they like to meet each other. In fact, if there was a crowd, they'd pick their own man out from among them and get a match with him. Well, in drums, you must have an equal balance both of man and drum. A good drummer and a good drum.
Now, what is a good drum?
Well, a good drum is one that's giving out plenty of volume and a musical tone.
What do you call a musical tone?
A nice sharpness combined with weight.
And what about a good man?
He has to be both quick, accurate, have stamina, and put a big amount of weight into the drums.
Now, when you're in a contest like this, how do you know when one man is getting on top? Suppose you're actually in the contest. How do you know how you're doing?
Well, the drummer himself does know. If he hears his opponent drumming, he knows he is behind. If he can cover the sound of the other drummer, he knows he's on top.
decided to call it a day for a minute, have you? You're beginning to feel the strain yet. Let's see, according to my watch, it's 5 o'clock. You've been going about an hour. Now, you're beginning to feel the strain yet, John?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Where do you feel it? Do you feel it in the legs at all? I know, did you go like this quite a bit?
In the arms and the soldiers. In the soldiers.
In the arm of the
Yes.
soldiers?
Yes.
What about you, David?
I'm starting to feel the back a bit sore.
You what?
I'm starting to feel the back a bit sore.
You are? Whereabouts did it get you? On the shoulders here, or?
A bit lower down.
Does it? All right. Well, but you feel fit to go on for a bit yet. Who do you think's getting the better of it?
I think it's fairly even.
Fairly even. You admit that, do you? What about you, John?
It's hard one to drum, but I think I'm a bit on top now at the present.
You think you're a bit on top, do you? Oh. Well, we'll see how it goes over the next half hour. This really looks as if it's going on forever. And the funny thing is, you know, that when you first arrive here and you hear this row, it sounds like the most awful noise on earth. But after a little while, it gets in the blood.